the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Run. Kings.
Mayfield to throw on the first play. Flushed. And right away, he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Throwing, Mayfield on the screen. This is Edmonds. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Young. Oh, what a catch there by Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done and for a nice chunk of yardage too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the play fake, Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Well, it's up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Throwing, Young. That is caught. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Joe Tryon, and he'll record his 5th sack of the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. Back in the end zone, can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot. To survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. The kick by Pinheiro is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set.
Young off the play fake. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It was Justin Houston who got him down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They run straight ahead here with White. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Buccaneers had 5 and 6 to start play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He completes this to Russell Gage. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Hey, alert 33.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Completes it again to Gage. And he's finally taken down. It's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 15-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Mayfield to throw it. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now a first down throw for Young. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. Big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
And that's one where if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage. They just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Able to fight through 1 tackle. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Mayfield. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss. Another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him.
Taking it right down Broadway. How did he stay on his feet? Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Eddie Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice
rush coming, and he's taken down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Third down and 10.
Ready, go.
Young. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete. Mayfield from the gun on third down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up first and 10. It's Young off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. That one deep for Marshall. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now Young. Quickly to Thielen here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Sanders on first down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Come on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Another run with Sanders. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2.
Ready.
The Young's going to throw for this. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They start the drive with White. And he is going to lose yardage here. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go up the middle with White. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Ready? Go.
They go play action. Young. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
They go with White on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 1st and 10, Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Young now. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Finding room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And now they're in the hurry up. Young, he's going to change it up. Young throwing on 1st down. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Young off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the 1st down as well. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. To throw, Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. first down. Here's White. Taken down at the 42.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Young from the shotgun. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Now here's Young. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. Now Young going to move him around.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw, Young. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Bucs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play,
Here we go.
but now it's all for naught.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. In motion is Chenault. Young quickly to the flat. Touchdown, Panthers. LaVisca Chenault from 6 yards away. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to have a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On a handoff, it's White. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Opting to run again here with White. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start the drive with a give to White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Now a give to White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brought down.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Panthers, they continue to keep